Sophia, can I ask you something honestly?
Of course. What is it?
Why do you think most people fail to stay disciplined even when they know what to do?
That's a very good question. I think the main reason is comfort.
Comfort?
Yes, people naturally choose what feels easy and comfortable.
That's true. I often choose watching videos instead of working.
Exactly. Discipline requires you to do things that are uncomfortable.
So discipline is about doing hard things.
Not always hard, but often things you don't feel like doing.
That explains a lot. I usually wait until I feel ready.
That's the trap. If you wait for the right feeling, you may wait forever.
So what should I do instead?
Take action first. The feeling will come later.
That sounds backwards.
It does, but it works.
Can you give me an example?
Sure. When I don't feel like exercising, I tell myself, just start for 5 minutes.
And does it work?
Almost every time. Once I start, it becomes easier to continue.
I think I rely too much on motivation.
That's a common mistake. Motivation is like a spark. Discipline is the engine.
That's a great way to describe it. What about persistence in difficult times?
Persistence is tested the most when things don't go as planned.
That's when I usually give up.
Yes, because it feels like your effort is not working.
Exactly.
But failure is part of the process.
I know that, but it still feels discouraging.
That's normal. The key is how you respond to failure.
What do you usually do?
I reflect on what went wrong and try again.
You don't feel like quitting?
Sometimes I do, but I remind myself that quitting guarantees failure.
That's powerful.
Persistence means continuing even when progress is slow.
That's the hardest part.
Yes, because we live in a world that expects quick results.
Everything is instant now.
But real success takes time.
Do you think discipline can be learned?
Absolutely.
Or are some people just naturally disciplined?
Some people may start that way, but most people build it over time.
That's encouraging.
Think of discipline like a muscle.
A muscle?
Yes, the more you use it, the stronger it becomes.
And if you don't use it?
It becomes weak.
That makes sense.
That's why daily practice is important.
Even small actions?
Especially small actions.
I often underestimate small steps.
Small steps create big changes over time.
I think I always aim too big.
That's another common mistake. Big goals are good, but they need small steps.
Otherwise, it feels overwhelming.
Exactly.
What role does environment play in discipline?
A huge role.
Really?
Yes, your environment can either support or destroy your discipline.
Can you explain?
For example, if your phone is always next to you, you'll get distracted easily.
That's me.
But if you remove distractions, it becomes easier to focus.
So I should change my environment.
Yes, make good habits easier and bad habits harder.
That's smart.
For example, keep books near you and keep your phone away when working.
I like that idea. What about discipline in the long term?
Long-term discipline comes from identity.
Identity?
Yes, you need to see yourself as a disciplined person.
That sounds deep.
Instead of saying, I want to be disciplined, say, I am becoming a disciplined person.
That changes the way you think.
Exactly. Your identity shapes your actions.
I've never thought about it that way.
Most people focus on results, but successful people focus on identity.
That's very interesting. Do you ever feel tired of being disciplined?
Yes, sometimes.
What do you do then?
I allow myself to rest, but I don't quit.
So rest is okay.
Of course, rest is part of discipline.
That's good to hear.
Discipline is not about pushing yourself all the time. It's about balance.
I think I understand now.
Good. Remember, discipline and persistence are not about being perfect.
Then what are they about?
They are about showing up again and again, no matter what.
I like that. Thank you, Sophia. This conversation really changed my perspective.
I'm glad it helped.
I'll start small and stay consistent.
That's the best way.
And I won't give up easily.
That's persistence.
Let's keep improving together.
Absolutely.